Welcome to the Resilience Conversations, a portal into the world of inspiration and creative thinking about finding our inner strength and learning how to use it. I'm Rondi Charleston, and I'm so excited to share some practical, helpful, and in some cases, mind-boggling insight from some of today's most highly respected thinkers, leaders, and artists. I hope you'll join me in this fascinating series about learning and cultivating the essential qualities of resilience. I am sitting down today with three members of the amazing band Ranky Tanky, whose debut album has just skyrocketed to the top of iTunes and Amazon, and in the day of streaming and digitalized listening, their actual CDs are selling like hotcakes. There's a phenomenon. They take the music of the Gullah culture of South Carolina and have made it uniquely their own. And I'm here to talk to them today. Please welcome Clay, Ross, Kiana Parler, and Charlton Singleton. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi. How does it feel to have a hit CD?
Great.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe this is happening?
I think they get tired of me sending updates every hour. I'm like, wait a minute, we just dropped. Oh, we're back. Wait a minute. We're back at number one.
It's like you're watching the stock market go up and down, except it's your album.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Charlton was like, it's going to be like that. I was like, well, I like to watch.
I think that's great. So let's talk a little bit about Ranky Tanky, and what does Ranky Tanky mean?
So Ranky Tanky is a Gullah slang or Gullah term for get funky, but as defined by Bessie Jones in a book called Step It Down that she co-wrote with a folklorist named Alan Lomax.
Okay, so get funky. I also heard it meant like work it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, however you want to, either work it, get funky, like, strut your stuff.
Strut your stuff.
Ranky Tanky, do it. Do your thing,
right.
Ranky Tanky. Put the Ranky Tanky into it, right? Yeah.
Everybody needs a little ranky tanky.
Everybody needs a little Ranky Tanky.
That's right. Yes.
Well, you are a hit, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me back up just for a minute, because I want to talk about how the culture started in the first place.
Sure.
And how the slaves and the descendants from West Africa brought this culture over. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I think that it's not entirely correct to say that they brought the culture over. I think it is a distinctly American culture. Mm-hmm. It's a distinctly African American culture that it is it's influenced by the cultural traditions of Africa, but it is forged on the soil of America.
So, Kiana, I know a little bit about your background because we've spoken in the past, and I just want to talk about how you came to this point in your life. And you'd mentioned to me that after you graduated from high school, you had like basically only a couple of choices. You were either going to go work on a tobacco farm, or tell us a little about that.
Well, that was my sophomore year before Serenade. I was either going to work at Food Lion or go pick tobacco. Yeah, and I was at home. Yeah, and I was at home, working on trying to work the cash register really with the calculator. I was like, I'm going to get this so I can work this line through. And that's when Quentin and Tommy Gill called about Serenade needing a female vocalist while the other singer was out on maternity leave. And I haven't had a real job since. Well, I can't say a real job,
Oh, you work hard.
I work hard.
She does work hard,
It's a different type. I'm living my passion,
Yeah.
Life has changed.
Amen. That's cool.
Amen.
Amen.
You really.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
He's a deacon in the band.
He's the deacon in the band.
Deacon, yes.
Yeah, he's a tent revival minister.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give us an example. Like, how do you do
If
it?
there's pain in your life, we've got the cure, and it's Ranky Tanky. If you need a healing in your arm, pain in your arm, Ranky Tanky. Pain in your side, Ranky Tanky. Pain in my heart, Ranky Tanky. Pain in my soul, Ranky Tanky.
And he keeps
And
going.
he keeps going.
Amen.
I'm feeling it, brothers and sisters. I'm feeling it. Just a little bit more. That's what he does. and he doesn't realize he's in it. And we stand over.
He's a born leader. That's kind of like he's a born leader.
Yes, definitely.
You're leading the. You've been you put the band together, right?
I don't know. Y'all making me self-conscious now. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I feel sincere. I feel real passionate about this music, and I just feel real honored and blessed that these guys would want to make music with me. It really does mean the world to me, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished together. And teamwork makes the dream work. We're always saying that, and I've been down a lot of roads in music, and there's something very special about this group. And I think that I have to approach that, and I always do approach that with a lot of humility, because it is everybody's bringing their best self to the table and trying to make a collective dream happen, and I think that's really special.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's special.
Tell me a little bit about the music itself. Tell me about the lullaby aspect of it and the children's rhymes, and tell me a little bit about how that all fits in and what you do with it, and how you're so playful. I mean, some of your songs are just so absolutely like childlike and playful, and
that's because that's what they are.
They are. They're
exactly.
Yeah.
They exactly are. I mean, Ranky Tanky, the song. We took this kids game, and the interpretation from us is adding a little bit of groove. So instead of it being, old lady come from Brewster, had 2 hens and a rooster. The rooster died, the old lady cried. Old lady come from Brewster, had 2 hens and a rooster. The rooster died, the old lady cried, and she don't eat eggs like she used to. Pain in my hand, Ranky Tanky. Pain in my heart, Ranky Tanky. Pain in my feet, Ranky Tanky. Pain all over me, Ranky Tanky. And that's definitely a kid's game. Yeah. So that's where you combine the playfulness and the pure joy and innocence of those kids. With the up-to-date, artistry, of musicians, and so that's how it comes.
And I think.
Tell me, you started to touch on it about how you changed the rhythm from like a four on the floor, floor square, to this more syncopated, more. Tell me about how that rhythm developed, and how did you guys? Is it got elements of Brazilian rhythm to? Is there a clave kind of an influence? How did that develop?
I wouldn't necessarily say a clave. Most people think of claves like a 2/3 or 3/2, or there are tons of different claves that's out there. But down in the Low Country, there's a distinctive beat that you can hear, whether you're in mostly at some of the more African American denominations in church, that's kind of the driving rhythm. If it's a slow song, that rhythm's going to find its way in there. If it's a fast song, that rhythm's going to find its way in there. So it's kind of embedded. And down in the Low Country, they just clap it or whatever. Most people, if they want to give it a name, they just say it's the Gullah rhythm.
The Gullah rhythm.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it's just one of those rhythms that I guess technically you could write it out, but that's not really it. It's kind of a feel to it as well. And
kind of like swing and jazz. You can't notate it.
Right. You really can't.
It's a feel.
It is definitely a feel. But that finds its way. It's definitely the driving force. If you listen to That's All Right,
Could you just do a couple bars of that? Just show us how the rhythm fits in. Can you just do a little a cappella?
Let's see. You sang "Ma Ma Ma."
Okay. Mama, mama, how you walk in line? Your feet may slip and your soul may love. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. It'll be alright. Since my soul's got a seat up in the kingdom, that's alright.
Amen.
Amen.
What beautiful, beautiful. I got goosebumps. Just when you blend your voices together and you have that rhythm going, it has an impact on my physique, on my whole body. I think people are having a visceral reaction to this music, which is something that's just so exciting. I'm so proud to have you on this label, and so proud to know you and to witness your success. And we wish you just the best and the most long and fruitful career that possibly could be imagined.
Thank you.
You're beautiful people. Thank you for coming by. It's been lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thanks
much.
for having us.
Yeah.